Good morning, guys. My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. So in today's video, we're working on this brand new Honda Pilot. No, it's not a Pilot. It's a Passport, but this is a new one. So it's like a mini Pilot. This Honda Passport, and I know it looks like a Pilot. The Passports came out a couple years ago. They redesigned them. They basically look like mini Honda Pilots. But it is in for a full exterior, so we are going to wash it, decon it, and then apply protection. And we're going to be using the Hybrid Solutions black products, so the black polish and wax, and then we're going to top it with the black spray wax. And we also are going to do a basic interior, nothing crazy because it's brand new and there's not much to do in the interior, but the customer wants it at least vacuumed, wiped down, all the glass cleaned inside and out. So let's get started on this. Before we do, as always, if you're enjoying these videos or if you're new here, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. So here is the Pilot, and it is pretty messy. And it's starting to get hot and humid today, so we're going to wash this quickly. And I'll demonstrate using the black polish in the sun here on the front, and then we'll most likely just pull it in and work on it inside. Of course, we always get better results inside. So of course, we're going to start our wash process with the rinsing, the APC rinsing. We're going to foam it down, contact wash it, and use the clay mitt and possibly the clay bar to decon it. Does it need any tar or iron removal? Well, it's not going to be called for in this job. And even if we were doing a paint enhancement and coating, as long as the paint is clean and smooth, then it's going to be fine. The coating is going to bond. We don't have to necessarily worry about using iron decon every single time. So I know that product is out there, it's been out there for a long time, but I think some guys are confused. They think they have to use it every single time, especially on a white vehicle because you can see it, but on a black vehicle you can't see those rust particles. You can't even see if it's reacting or not, but some guys do it just so they have peace of mind. If you want to do that, go right ahead, but remember that product costs money, and if you're doing this as a business, then you don't just want to use it arbitrarily. So use it when you need it, and usually I'm going to do it on lighter colored vehicles because it's a visual indicator. You can see sometimes those little rust particles and you want to get rid of them, and the iron decon is going to release those iron particles, and then you can of course polish after that and you'll be good to go. But on black vehicles, you're not going to see it. So are those iron particles, if they are still in the paint even after it's clay barred and it feels smooth, are they going to inhibit bonding from a coating or wax or sealant? From the research I've done, no. Many guys say that sometimes you can even wash it and just IPA it and coat it and it'll be fine. As long as the paint is clean, you don't even have to clay bar it. So I know there's all sorts of back and forth. There's arguments to be made on both sides. But here's the thing. Keep it simple. We're going to wash it, we're going to clay bar it, and as long as the paint is smooth, that's all we care about. The protection is going to bond. We've seen it. We don't have to worry about iron deconning all of the time. It's just unnecessary, and it's a waste of time and a waste of money sometimes. So do it only when you need to because it's a lighter colored vehicle and you can see those little rust spots and you want to get those off, then the iron decon is going to help with that. So let's get started on this with the wash process. Yeah. Passport is now cleaned. It is gently clay barred, or clay mitt actually. We use the clay mitt. But the paint was pretty smooth, so we didn't need to go crazy on it. And yeah, we're just gonna dry it now as quickly as we can. Our water isn't bad here, so we really don't have to worry about water spots too much. Get all the water off of it so we can do some testing. We're using these really nice plush towels here. These are actually from G-Technic. Love them. Huge, fluffy drying towels. So we're gonna use the blow dryer also and get this all dry. So the vehicle is now dried, and as we look at the paint, I am actually noticing water spots, but not from us. How do I know? Because fresh water spots can be removed easily. Those are old water spots. And I'm not going to attempt to try to remove them because that needs to be polished out. So we're going to simply apply the polish and wax, and I know I could use the orange pad and again, you know, attempt to remove those water spots, but that's not what the customer is paying for, so I'm not going to go that far. In fact, I'm just going to demonstrate this right now, just to show how it works in the sun on black paint, and it's pretty hot and humid right now. It is, I think it only says 72, but it feels like 80s, and the humidity level is already really, really bad because it just rained here yesterday and it's insane. Black pad. A little bit of the black polish and wax. I'm going to get a microfiber towel that's completely soaked and then just wring it out so it's damp, and then a nice dry towel. So first, a damp towel here. It's completely soaked. I just wrung the towel out. This will remove the majority of the residue. And then a dry towel immediately after. Ooh, all right. If you need to wipe it again, just because it's drying so fast, go ahead and do that. And there we go. Beautiful, very, very crystal clear. And looks like it removed some of those water spots. You can actually see the line right there, from there to there. Not bad at all. All right, great. Let me do the rest of it and show you. All right, much, much better, but the water spots, they're still there, just barely. If we were doing a paint enhancement, of course, we would go with the orange pad and try to really get those out as much as safely possible. But that's pretty awesome. And that is just the polish and wax. This does have protection in it too, but we're going to top it with this stuff in the sun also. So you can spray it on the cloth or on the paint. I'm going to go on the paint just because I want to see what it does. And again, I'm applying it with a damp towel and then a dry towel for any of the residue. That goes on very, very slick. And again, if you see any smearing, just use a damp towel and you'll be fine. All right, it looks beautiful. Super glossy, very slick. And again, if you are dealing with a little bit of residue, just use a damp towel or a mist of water. And you're going to need multiple towels, but results are awesome. All right, let's pull it in. We're going to complete the rest because it is really hot and humid out here. All right, so I found that after we apply the polish, we're not really polishing with it. I'm applying it like I do waxes and sealants, just applying it with the black soft pad and that's it. If you want to work it a little bit more, going a little bit slower, you can, but again, this is not an enhancement or anything. It's just a sealant application and that's it. But then I found using the black wax or any quick detailer if you don't have the combo, I spray it onto the polish on the paint. Let it, we let the polish kind of haze, kind of sit there for a little bit. It doesn't really haze traditionally, but let it sit there for a couple of minutes and then spray it directly onto the paint with this and then damp towel, dry towel. And the gloss and the slickness is impressive. Very, very nice. Easy to work with. And I know I say easy and some people think that's not easy. It should just be wipe on, wipe off. But as you know, there are many different products out there that have specific applications, and same goes with coatings. Can you just slap a coating on? No. You need to prep the paint. You need to polish it to get the most out of the paint, the gloss, and typically IPA it and then apply meticulously and wipe off. So there's a process with ceramic coatings. Why shouldn't there be a process with anything else? True, there are some products that are maybe easier to work with, just wipe on, wipe off. But whatever, each product has their own specific way of applying it. And this stuff does bead up incredibly well. It is a ceramic infused polish and spray wax. So you're gonna get some awesome slickness, gloss, and beading for quite a few months. So we're nearly finished with everything and it is looking beautiful. The paint is so glossy and you can actually see that it has the slightest amount of pearl in it. I mean, really, really just a teeny little amount of pearl. It almost looks like dust flakes, but it's not. It's the pearl in the paint. So it's looking beautiful after the black polish and the spray wax, the black spray wax. And we just did a basic interior. I mean, it took us like half hour, not bad at all. But I'm going to protect the glass. We're going to use the Griot's Garage glass sealant. You've most likely seen me use this on other details if you're a regular on the channel. It's almost gone, this stuff. but I like it. Very easy to apply. It's like Rain-X. As far as durability, I don't know. I say it's about the same, but it all depends on your prep. Now, I'm not polishing the glass. Again, I'm just adding this onto it like a little perk, but they're not paying for extra glass protection or anything like that. If they were, I would actually go through the proper steps and polish it. I would use the Ceraglass from CarPro, the rayon pad on my polisher, and actually polish the glass, because that is going to eliminate any type of oils in the glass. It deep cleans the pores of the glass, and then when you apply any type of protection, even something as easy or cheap as Rain-X or the glass sealant from Griot's, and I don't mean cheap in a derogative sense, I mean just less expensive, then it's going to bond much better. And you can do 2 coats of this, let it dry, and then wipe it off, and you'll get, I don't know, maybe a good solid 3 months out of it, depending. It all depends. So yeah, I like this stuff. It's very easy to use. So I'm just going to apply it very quickly, and I'll put 2 coats because I have the time to do that. So I'm going to put 2 applications of this, and one right over the top of the other. So you don't need to wipe off the other to apply the second. Just let it dry, let it haze, and then go back right over it. And you can use circular motions or straight lines, it doesn't matter. Cross hatching, just make sure you get 100% coverage. That's the most important part. Oh, hi.
Hi.
What are you doing in there?
Protecting things.
You're protecting things? What are you using? Oh, lithium. Inner space. Nice. So let's just take a quick look around, because, man, this thing is looking beautiful. Let's get the ladder out of here gently. Interior is spotless now. Not much to do in there, just vacuuming and wiping down. So the paint is looking beautiful. You can make out the little metallic flake in there. Wheels are looking awesome. We used the black spray wax on the wheels also. Looking really, really nice and clean. All right, guys, so the Passport is done. Customer's gonna pick it up in a couple of hours. So it's gonna sit in here and cure a little bit and be out of the elements, because it's hot, humid, and still, pollen is flying around out there. So I don't want this thing kind of covered in dust and pollen when the customer comes to pick it up. That's the beauty of having a nice garage that's climate controlled, is we can keep the vehicle in here until the customer comes to pick it up. So I love that. So guys, if you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. If you're interested or curious about the products that we've used, let me know, and I will have them in the description down below as well. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great week.